I came across the whole Design to Win roadmap as Ruth was putting together the book and the program and giving me updates on how it was going with the boys that she was teaching at the time. And I remember when she decided that she was going to package this as a program that others could opt into without being in her class at the time. I was particularly impressed with the structure, the design, just the keys that she had set up to guide people that I said, I want to opt in. And so, even though she had come to me seeking my feedback, almost like consulting with me to say, how do I design this? How do I package this as an offer for my community? I was so impressed that I decided to sign up. So I was probably one of the first persons to sign up for the Design to Win Roadmap coaching program. And one of the cool things is that when Ruth told me about this plan to expand the offer to more people, I decided to dig up my daily planner, my bullet journal from back then. So this bullet journal would have been from 2018 when I went through this coaching program with Ruth. And right here on this page is where I outline my Design to Win strategic plan. And I outlined everything according to how Ruth guides you through the process. And I had to get up and find it and say, let me look back over, what was the chief transformation goal and what was my life vision and my 1 to 2 year goals and all the things. And then kind of look in hindsight to say, 5 years later, how do I feel about this? Now, the first thing that I wanted to note was that the pre coaching survey, kind of like an intake form that she gave me, really forced me to examine areas of my life that I probably hadn't explored before, to really look at little things like um, which people in my life that are close to me are encouraging me the most, which people who are closest to me that are discouraging me the most, different little things that are, because I think a lot of times we set goals, we have big dreams and visions, and we don't realize how the people that we keep close to us, or the people that we rely on or look to for um, guidance or inspiration or encouragement, how their impact on us can either derail you or drive you further and faster. And so that was very important. And I was able to go through the entire process. And just within the first session, I remember being able to unlock my confidence code. I felt like I was unshackled. Ruth talks about unshackled queens. I became an unshackled queen just within that first session because I filled out the pre coaching survey. And, I said, I have my big goal. I want to launch my online business by this date. And that's what I came into it with. I thought, okay, she's going to help me to kind of strategically plan out what I'm going to do. But I was not prepared for what it was going to dig out of um, my, my spirit, to dive into my spirit in terms of what my purpose was and how I wanted to show up. And something, and I want to say this now, just in case I run out of time. One of the biggest thing that I got out of that 90-day program was the permission to take a detour from other people's expectations. So much of life that we live is kind of channel. Is almost like when someone is trying to get water away from a space and they put little tubes or something and they determine what path the water flows. And people's expectations become that for us. So we want maybe our parents' expectations, our parents' dreams, or our friends, or our life partners, or our boss at work, or our professors at school who tell us, "Oh, I see you doing this," and so we run with other people's visions, other people's dreams and expectations for us, and we don't even stop to think, "What do I want?" So the Design to Win roadmap allowed me to dream for myself and to design my life according to my intrinsic values, not what other people wanted me to do. Um, it it helped me to think outside of the box because I was on this path, I was doing this particular job for a long time, and even though I came into the whole coaching contract and the program thinking, okay, what I'm wanting to get out of this is how to establish this new online business, and I'm going to do this, that, and the other. By the end of the first session, and when I got this kind of form to fill out to say, what was most important to me and what was going to be like my 5 year plan, my 5 year goals, my top 3 goals for the next 1 to 2 years. I would start breaking down those things. As much as I was holding on to that online business thing, it shifted completely. One of the very big, one of the top 3 goals for me for the 1 to 2 years after that was to relocate with my family. Uh, Another one was to complete a Master of Education in Curriculum Teaching and Learning Studies, specializing in second language education. And the third one was to launch a podcast and a course to teach people online. So those are the top 3. And I remember a year after I had gone into this program with Ruth, one day suddenly she just sent me a message and she said, Didan, don't you realize that you have hit all your goals within the year, not even 2 years that you thought? Now, I had enrolled in the master's program. I had relocated from Chiba, Japan to Newfoundland and Labrador, Canada, and everything was falling into place. And I didn't even realize it because I was so head down, following the action plan, reviewing, revising, releasing, doing all these things. And it took the, I would say, the care and compassion of my coach in Ruth to look at what I had agreed to, this contract I had made with myself in November 2018, and to look back in 2019 and say, Didan, don't you see what you have done? You have done it. And just to quickly kind of wrap up, I want to say that within the last 5 years, because she gave me the challenge to do a 5 year plan. Within those 5 years, not only have I relocated my family and completed the Master of Education in Curriculum Teaching and Learning Studies, and became a specialist in second language education, focusing on curriculum development. But I launched and completed I was a 40 episodes in 40 weeks of the Dad and Ashanta podcast, which is still available for you to listen to if you want to check it out on Spotify. And I was able to deliver the Vital Blends and Bites community training program. Um, and one of the things was to change my career. I didn't want to be an assistant language teacher anymore. And since that time, I have changed careers a number of times. I have been an instructor at a university. I have been a program facilitator for an English as a second language programs unit. I have become a curriculum developer and served in different organizations in this way. I have served as a board member on provincial and national professional associations. I have been a workshop facilitator, whether it was leading cooking classes for cultural exchange or leading time management workshops, goal setting, vision boarding workshops, been a keynote speaker, a conference presenter, a coach, a mentor, and a subject matter expert, particularly in migrant integration and personal resilience strategies. A lot of things that I never saw for myself prior to entering the Design to Win roadmap. The Design to Win roadmap allowed me to be confident about doing things I'd not seen others do or never thought I had capacity for. It allowed me to expand and to go where I didn't know what was there, but I felt that it was where I needed to be. So even though I was very big on life plans and doing my annual vision board and that sort of thing, and I've been pretty good at setting up my action plan checklist. I love a good daily planner and that sort of thing. Just getting that permission to dream beyond others' expectations and to design my life in the way that fueled me and that brought my spirit alive. That was exactly what the Design to Win roadmap gave me.